So hello and welcome back to the channel. First job that I've got to do today is these bales have got to be shredded. So basically our neighbour was like having a clean out and he had these straw bales which he didn't need. So it's like, oh, do you want them? He said yes. So yeah, we just dumped them in here. So I quickly spread them and then we'll let the cattle in and they can have some fun with it. Okay, so that is the animals back in. First job done today. Although we did have a bit of a problem when we were bedding up. That problem being that we accidentally turned out a bit too early. This chain, I hate these design of gates. They playing around with this chain and lift it out there because that's all that's holding it. And then they were in the field. But luckily it was only about 10 that got out, and because we feed them with a yellow bucket, they all know what it is. So they're nice and easy to get back in, which, you know, so that wasn't really a major problem, but I still just don't really like that design of gates. So we put some spring around it, so that's not going to happen again now. Yeah, now I've got a bit of fencing to do. So job 2 is the gateway. Well, there used to be a gate here, it's now there. You'd have seen a couple of videos ago, I spoke about the new gate that we have, and this is where it's going to go. So we've taken out the old footpath post because there is a footpath here. So we'll put a post in here, and then we'll also take that metal one out and replace that. And then we'll have a nice new gate here and a nice new footpath gate there that hangs and swings nicely. However, we do have to be careful because there is a manhole cover here with a tap to all the water to the shed. So we'll have to be a bit careful when we take this out because we don't actually know where the pipes go. But if we go in a straight line, then we should miss it. So it can either go really bad or it can go really good. Hopefully it's the second one. And there we go. It is now in the ground. That's a chunky post, that is. I'm not going anywhere. About, I think it's 9 inches, and that took quite the thumping to get in there. But it's nice and solid now, which is what you want for a hanging post. There is a bit of a gap around the edge because I think the old post had a little bit of concrete in there, just around the top. So we'll have to, put some soil or try put something down there. But even with that gap, it's still solid. But it could loosen it where it's like that. But yeah, so we will put this post in next, probably, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Take this out. I think that's got a bit of concrete there as well.
Also, there's concrete as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So take that out, put another post in there, and we'll get this gate hung, the footpath gate, and then we'll do the main gate.
So that, pick that up. So that wants to come to me. That's where the gate wants to be, right? So, and that's got to fit flush. We've got those hinges to fit flush. So, yeah.
Okay, so I know this post or strainer does look a bit big to hang that gate off of, but eventually we'll also have a fence that goes along here as well, so it's quite a good strong post to pull some wire up onto, so that's why it looks a bit silly at the minute, but eventually it will all look smart. So yeah, we'll probably hang this gate now. We're just going to see though, we're going to get the other gate and see if maybe these are a bit too high potentially, but I think it should be okay. Now moved on to the next day, and we cracked on this morning, so we got this, well I'll stand back so you can actually see. So I'm on the other side now, so this is the gate. They're just sort of adjusting the chains there to get that gate level, but so far we've put this little bit in here to take it onto that fence there, just to sort of corner it out nicely, and then we've hung the footpath gate. Well, we've still got to put a pin in here so that locks into there, but we were trying to use the old one and the thread on it is not really working, so we can't get a nut on there. So we've got a spare of them, so we're going to go get one of them, but we'll get everything else done first. But yeah, swings well. It's got the spring on there. So yeah, nice smart job that. So we'll just get this hung now, and then we'll also want to do a bit of fencing going up the sides and then behind them through there as well. So we'll have to cut a bit out to get the fence in there. Yeah, I think next thing, get these hinges in.
Might have to use the bigger bit.
I was going to say it's quite small. Oh yeah, okay. Just about.
Yeah, but I'm not going to bang.
There we are.
I'm not going to be able to bang that in there. Got some more.
Little hole. Yeah. So.
Ooh, oh, spot on. Well, the thread.
Okay, so we've got the first hinge in the post. That needs to be tightened up. We'll do that later. So what we're doing is we're top and tailing it. You might know it as something else, but this is what we call it. So basically the top hinge there goes downwards, and then the bottom hinge will go upwards, like, if I can find it, like that there. And then, so basically, because you've got the hinge at the bottom which holds the gate up, and then you've got the hinge at the top which is pointing down, so that the gate can't move upwards as well. So once the gate's there, it can't come off, it can't go anywhere. So that's how we do it. Other people do just have them both up so that you can just put it on. It's a lot easier like that, but we just find it more secure and stuff like that if we do it like this, especially when you're doing it. Here it doesn't matter too much, but if you're doing it on like a gate into a field, then the cattle could push it off, but it's very unlikely that's going to happen, but there is a chance. So
it keeps going.
yeah, we do it like this.
Right, come up. Hold on a minute, 1 minute. Okay.
That's the top one. And then this second one, you've got to sort of like bring it
Wait
out.
a minute, you've got to keep it on the top one.
Right, so we've got the hinges on. I think we just need to put the auto latch on here.
This is the moment of truth. What's
So that it obviously it can connect and it doesn't swing around and stuff. And then we've also put some gravel in the bottom there, like I said, just to fill it in a bit. And then what we also do is we put the auto latch up a bit higher, so you've got to lift the gate so that you've got a bit of weight on the pin or on the auto latch, so that not all the weight's on the hanging post, and you've also got some on this post here, just to spread the weight a bit, make it last a bit longer. It's a handy tool, that.
Let him go a minute, Jimmy. Just flip him up a minute.
So, everything is now done, and that swings around. Look at that. That is phenomenal. We're just doing another job now, so we're putting this 6-foot post in here, and then we'll put an auto latch on it, and that is so that we can swing that round and then lock it in there, so that if we're, I don't know, if we're bringing straw or mucking out, because mucking out takes quite a while, the gate is then locked in and it's not taking a lot of weight for quite a while. I mean, it's, you know, it's not going to hurt even if it was, but if it's a windy day then it's just going to swing back around as well. So yeah, we thought we'd put this in and then put an auto latch on that, because we've got loads of auto latches. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Okay, so we have finished the fence, or the new gateway. So this is the fence that goes down there, nice and tight. We use high tensile on all of our fencing from now on, because we found that it just, sometimes you can get a fence nice and tight with a barbed wire, but it doesn't always stay tight. But this high tensile stuff will stay like that forever, hopefully. So we had to cut the wire here because this fence came through here, but the plan is that we'll take a strut from here to that post there, and then we'll have a new gateway there. We've also done this bit, so we've got the new auto latch on here on the post. It would be better if it's a strainer, but it's, you know, strainer would be quite expensive to put just there, just to hang or hold the gate there. And then the next job up here as well, or well, say next job, but it's not the next job, but a job, will be to take a fence from here down to roughly there, and then there'll be another fence going in there, just so that this whole yard is then cattle proof, just in case cattle did get out, they can't actually go anywhere. So that is the new gate. And there we go, enjoying the sunset. There is now sunset. It did take a lot longer than we had hoped, but it looks good, so it was worth it. Last job to do is just to dig through some of the silage, because there's a bit in there which is a bit mouldy and a bit manky, so we're not going to feed it to the cattle. So we're just going to take that out, and then we'll put some more silage in for them. Yep. Been watching us all day. Right, let's get the silage moved. Right. That is all scraped out now. There's a little bit in each corner because I wasn't going to chuck it all away because that would be a bit too wasteful. But yeah, there's a lot of space there now, so we'll put some fresh silage for them. This is the only annoying bit with the square bales, so you got to like try and push them around like that, but it's not too difficult to do, it's quite easy. Okay, so that's the first bale. A bit of a damp bale, well it is here at least, just at this bit. Sort of see how it's stuck to my hand there, it's all a bit damp, but it still smells alright, and the cattle are trying to eat it. It's all spread out nicely now. And then once they've eaten all this, they'll still have that to pick at as well. Tucking into that bale. They didn't have a lot of anything good left, so they'll be enjoying that. That's going to do it for today's video. The next video will probably be, I don't know to be honest, but we do have some cattle arriving the first week of March, as I've already said, and we've got some stuff to put on the field. So that's going to be upcoming, probably not the next video, but it's upcoming. But yeah, anyway, until then, goodbye.